Good morning. Today I'd like to show you around one of our Hitachi ZX65s. We're going to do maintenance checks and greasing. You'll notice that I've left the arm and the dozer blade in the air. Under normal circumstances, when we leave a machine, we need to make sure that the equipment and the dozer blade are on the ground for safety reasons. However, as we're doing our checks, it makes us easier to check these things without having to bend down too much. So, the first place to check, again logically, we will start at the end of the dipper with the quick hitch and the bucket. We need to make sure that the pins are secured in the bucket, and if there's a bolt on cutting edge or teeth, they're bolted down correctly and they're in good condition. Also check the bucket to make sure there is enough material and it's not worn, cracked, or there's holes in it. The quick hitch, although being a very, very useful tool, is a critical area of safety. We need to make sure that all the circlips are in place, nothing's bent or out of shape. There are no hydraulic leaks, and we've greased it properly with all the grease points. Any issues with the quick hitch, report to your supervisor for immediate action. You can see that this quick hitch has got a cast-in lift eye. It's very badly worn. I wouldn't recommend we use it for lifting. In fact, we need to report it to our supervisors as soon as possible. As we go up, we need to grease all the grease points in a logical fashion. Check the pins are secure and they have securing bolts. This ram in particular is very prone to damage, being as close as it is to the equipment. We need to make sure that it's dry with no signs of hydraulic leaks around the gland. If there is, there's a high probability that there will be some form of damage to the rod. Again, we need to report to our supervisor to be fixed as soon as we can. As we work our way along the dipper, we can check all the piping for clamps, security, leaks or damage. As we go, we need to check there are no cracks in the weld seams or anywhere where there might be a little bit of stress, such as round tipping links and the junction between the boom and the dipper. Yep. As we work our way along the boom, again we can check for cracks, check for security and leaks on our dipper ram, piping secured, free from damage, no leaks. We work our way down the boom, again checking pipe work, checking for leaks. As we reach the king post, there are several points we need to grease, one being here, one being there. Check as the pipe work goes through the clamps into the body because they're susceptible to wear and fatigue. An important part that's often missed with grease are the dozer blade pins. We need to grease the ram, both ends, and where the blade is attached to the body. If we don't do that, there's a chance that these retainer bolts will break, pins will fall out, causing serious injury. We can now work our way along the machine, checking tracks for condition and wear, checking rollers, sprockets, etc. for any damage. Check the panels as we go, and we can check our fuel tank and our hydraulic tank for leaks or damage. In this compartment we have access to our radiator. You'll notice there's a debris screen which we can remove and clean if necessary. Our air cleaner is situated here. Again, make sure it's secured. All the hoses and ductwork are intact because we don't want to draw debris into the engine. Check our fuel filters for leaks. Our radiator overflow bottle for content. However, it is important that we check coolant level in the radiator. Again, when it is cold, first thing in the morning, to prevent scalding or injury. Also in this compartment is located the battery. We can pull back the protective screen. We can check the terminals for security and corrosion. Check that the filler caps are on and secure. A feature of an Hitachi battery is it's quite transparent, and we can check to see the electrolyte level through the sidewalls. As we get to the rear of the machine, we can look underneath. Are there any spills or drips? We can check the counterweight bolts are there. Do they look like they've been moving? Here's our engine oil dipstick, can tell the level. We need to make sure that the engine oil we put in does not come above the maximum. We need to make sure that we use a known engine oil. If there is any doubt around the provenance of the barrel, please don't use it. Here's our oil filter. Check it for security, leaks and damage. As with our fuel filter, we can check our V-belts, we can check the inside of our radiator, condition of the fan and pulleys. Time to check the cab. It's a rollover protective structure, or ROPS, so therefore we need to check for damage, dinks and scrapes, because it might affect the stability. We need to make sure the cab floor is kept clean so that we do not allow debris to form under pedals, causing safety issues. In the cab, we can check the seat, the controls for security and stability, the seat belt for integrity. This is our quick hitch, if you can see that. This is our quick hitch operation. We need to switch, we need to make sure that it works properly. We can now carry out a functional check, making sure all the controls work properly. We can mount the bucket in the bucket changing area and make sure the quick hitch, switches and safety features work properly. To recap, we need to do our maintenance checks logically and methodically, writing any problems down. We need to grease in the same manner. That way we prevent accidents and provide a safe working environment for us all. Thank you for watching.